guys, so I'm going to be showing you how to jtag a xenon console. Right here I have a flasher. It's USB based, so it's pretty nice. This is what it came with. It came with some wires, came with the diodes, of course, and it came with the flasher itself. This tutorial is pretty much just how to jtag a console for pretty much $25. It's pretty cheap. Again, it only works for the Xboxes with kernel versions of 9000 or lower, so the older dashboard in general. Some of the tools we'll be using today are some solder, some rosin core. Mine's pretty thick, but it's better to use thinner. It's much easier. And some extra wire in case we need it. And the duct tape you really don't need, but duct tape is good for everything. I also have some scissors. So basically, I'm going to be just soldering on the bottom of the motherboard. It's the exact same as to where if you soldered on the top. I just figured it'd be much easier to do it this way for YouTube and everything. You guys can do it the exact same way and everything. So yeah. You can buy this flasher at xboxexperts.com. I'll provide a link to their website. They have really great service. They have a live chat where they can always help you and everything, and they're great. So also this tutorial is pretty much based for every motherboard and any method you're trying to jtag a console. Whether you're trying to do it the LPT method, the way I'm doing it, whether you're using a xenon or a Jasper, Zephyr, Falcon, whatever. The soldering I do in this part 1 is for every motherboard pretty much. Just because I'm only soldering the wires to the motherboard itself, but the other ends of the wires will either go into your LPT head or to your flasher itself. All the soldering again or soldering is the exact same for every motherboard, except for the diodes. The diodes are a bit different, but I'll have a diagram for the diodes and how to install them for each motherboard and everything. High resolution pictures. Some of the advantages to using this USB flasher are that it's much faster than the LPT method. It's extremely fast. It's like, I believe it's 5 minutes. I think it's less than that even. But the normal method, I'm sure you know, takes like 40 minutes or so. It's pretty ridiculous. So I would only do it this way. Also, one of the advantages to this way is you don't have to use resistors since you're using a USB flasher. While you're soldering, you need to make sure that all your connections are really strong and none of them are loose, and that none of them are touching. If some of them are touching, you can blow a fuse or injure your Xbox. Also, if you hold the soldering iron on your Xbox motherboard too long, you could also burn it or do something like that too. So another thing you should think about is another cooling method, especially for the xenons, because they overheat a lot and get the red ring of death. What I'm talking about by cooling methods are 12-volt fan mod and stuff like that, but I'll cover more on part 2.